Hello everyone, in this video I will show you the full workflow of capture and process Jupyter. So I will show you things how I capture using, for example, FireCapture software, and all the process using PIPP, Autostakkert, WinJUPOS and Astrosurface until the final image. Sounds good? Okay, this is Jair from Brazil and welcome to my channel. Well, here we are going to use the capture. So basically I'm using the FireCapture software. Sometimes I use SharpCap as well, but for this video I'm going to use FireCapture, because I'm going to use the auto guiding tool, because you know I have go to and track mounting. It's a access tool with one step. So well, basically you can see the FireCapture running using the Skywatcher 130 of aperture. So in my case I'm using the Svbony 305 Pro, and also using a Barlow 3X from GSO. Okay, so it's a real image, real-time image actually. So basically the scope is already done. Actually it's focused very well. So the first step is to select the ROI, region of interest. So basically I can select the ROI, or okay, but also I can use this option cut, so it shows basically a square, and now I can select the area. Okay, basically now I can see just the options, so I can open auto alignment and also auto guide. Now the scope is following the planet. Okay, the next step here is also select the gain and the exposure. The most important here is the FPS, okay, frames per second. So here is really good. Now it's everything is okay. Let me see if I have something. Okay, so auto run options, and in my case I will select 10 times, okay, of 1 minute each one. So in the final I'll have 10 videos files of 1 minute. So let me run here, and when it finishes I will return to the video. Well, after the capture, now I have the 10 files, okay, actually are videos, 1 minute videos. And the first software that I'm going to use is PIPP, okay. PIPP, in my case actually PIPP is not required, because I'm using go to and tracking mount. However, to be honest, I like to use PIPP anyway. So PIPP, we can process all the file once using a batch process. The idea of PIPP is basically to centralize the video in one single video, okay, before the stacking. Actually here it's just to centralize the video. Basically the process is really simple. So just select all the files, in my case .ser files, okay, 10 files, move it to PIPP, and okay, we have, for example, a preview here. So there are several options, but to be honest, it's I'm going to use one or two options only. The first one is select the optimize options. In my case, is Planetary. When I select Planetary here, the other options from those tabs here are, you know, pre-selected. In my case, I just pay attention in this cropping, okay, and the options that I have to change is here in the output options, the output format. So I also select SER file, okay. Before starting the process, just click on test options just to make sure the image will be in the center of the video. Okay, it's fine. So in the do processing tab, basically start processing. Here it's it will process each file. So for example, here is file 1 of 10, and they also create a new folder here called PIPP. Okay, so I will stop the video, and when it finishes I will return the record. Just finished. So as I said, there's a new directory called PIPP, and all the files, I mean the 10 files, are here. Okay, and using the same extension .ser. The next step is now the stacking process. So I'm going to use Autostakkert. It's a really no software for stacking planetary, solar, and lunar objects. Here, usually, you also may process or may stack in batch, I mean, in using the 10 files once. However, I like to use one by one, okay? So basically, for example, let's select the first one. It shows here in the screens. Here I have several options, but to be honest, I just change a few options. In my case, I'm using a planet image, but for example, if I took a picture from the surface of the moon or a surface of the solar system of this sun, I have to change to surface here. So I've got new options, but in that case it's just planet. One tip here is, for example, move the width and height just to the right side until a red bar. Okay, so height here also a red bar. Perfect. And now just click and analyze button. This is going to pick all the frames and analyze and select it. Not select it, shows a quality graph, so show the quality of the each frames, you know. Here what we can see, for example, this is the line 50%, so at the top 50% a good quality and 50% bad quality. In my case, if I see the green line, basically it passed the 50% over here, about over here. It means I think 6-7% of the frames are good. Okay, but to be honest, I use fixed percent, in my case 50%. So I'm going to get all these frames and stack the 50% best frames. Okay, and the process is really simple. Just type 50%. Of course, I could, for example, use it 25, 30, whatever, okay, but let me use 50%. I'm going to select or pick the RGB alignment, and I will save the image, the stacked image in the folder. At the right side here, so I have to select, okay, align the image. Okay, I can do this manually. However, the best option is to use this button, place epi grid. So here it auto detects the image and put all the squares here. Now, very simple, just click on stack. The process is really fast, so because of that I would like to perform one by one, okay? Of course, as I said, we can also select multiple files and stack multiple files. Just to show you it's done, and here in the new folder we can see the image. Now it's an image is text. Wow, look at that quality. As a reminder, I'm using a very simple telescope. This is a Skywatcher 130 aperture. It's not a big one, it's a small one, but wow, the quality is really good. Basically now just follow the same process for all the images. So here I can just close, click the second image. You can see it's not the point is not the same. Just clear the points, move here the height, okay, the red bars, analyze. Let's see the second image, the quality. The second image, the second image is, the quality is a little poor. It's basically here I guess 55%, but 50% is good. Place the grid and stack. Okay, so I'm going to process the 10 files, and when it finishes I will return to the video. Okay, the process finished, and now I have the new director and the 10 files stacked. The next process now is to use WinJUPOS. WinJUPOS, the idea here is to derotate the Jupiter. Jupiter, it's your rotation is really fast. For example, Earth takes 24 hours to complete a rotation. Jupiter, it's just 10 hours, much faster than Earth. So when you capture Jupiter, Saturn also, usually the center of the planet is good, is sharpened. However, the border is not sharpened, and WinJUPOS will use the rotation algorithm to make all the surface clear. Okay, the idea is really simple. So basically you have to select the planet, in that case Jupiter, go to record in image measurement. Okay, let me open here. I have a Word file open here, but the idea is again run image by image. So open image, select your first image. The very important thing here is you have to have the date and the hours of the capture. In my case, I saved here in the file name. Actually, it's settings in FireCapture. So when it saves the video, it already saves the date and the time, date and time of the image. It's the same for SharpCap, you know. But if you do not have in the name of the file, you have to put manually, okay? Doing that, so next goes to adjustment tab and outline frame and automatic detection. It's okay, it's just put the circle inside, not inside, the circle in the center of the planet. Just that. So go to save. Let me create a new folder called WinJUPOS and save this file to WinJUPOS. So I will repeat the same process for each image. Open, go to automatic detection and save. Okay, so let me do for the 10 files, and when you finish it, we'll go to the next process. Okay, finish it here. So I've got the 10 files inside the WinJUPOS folder. Now I will perform the rotation, so I can close this window. So inside tools menu, so there's the rotation of images. Okay, for example, if you use a mono camera using RGB filters, you can use these options. However, in my case, just the rotation of images. Okay, let me remove all. So the process is really simple here. Basically, I have to add all the WinJUPOS files. So the 10 files I have prepared. Okay. And here I have some information. For example, I've got 10 images, 90 minutes of the rotation. I can choose the file type. In my case, let me use TIFF, but I could use a different format. Why TIFF? Because TIFF is a raw image, and in the last process I'm going to use Astrosurface. What else? I think it's just that. Okay, so now compile image, and this is the image with the rotation. As you can see, not sure if in YouTube it's going to appear. However, I can see the image is really good in terms of sharpening, even in the border of the planet. Okay, so let me save. Let me save in the JUP folder. Okay, save here. Let me see the image. Okay, so this is the image that is already normalized, stacked, and with the rotation. Now the last process is using Astrosurface. Astrosurface, actually I'm pretty new in Astrosurface. I'm still learning. Before Astrosurface, I was using Registech. However, I saw a lot of videos in the internet, and to be honest, I really liked the results of Astrosurface. To be honest, we can replace PIPP and Autostakkert also using Astrosurface, so Astrosurface is a complete tool. However, I like PIPP, I like Autostakkert, but in Registech I like also, but Astrosurface give me much more options. So let me try to go through this tool. Again, I'm not a specialist, I'm still learning, but the idea is to show you the process I'm running, I'm performing. Okay, so the first, okay, it's Astrosurface is the Astrosurface user interface. So basically I can open the file. In my case here is the Jupiter. Okay, now I click on edit button. It's going to open in this screen. I can close this window right now. Some few options here. I can, for example, change the zoom. For example, zoom to, I guess, to get the entire screens, or 1x, or I can move here also. Okay, I don't know what is this option. Okay, network here 1.4 zoom is okay. The options I'm going to use here is basically the chart, this sharpen, wavelets, white balance, levels, black and white points, and saturation. Okay, so let's start by the sharpening. The sharpening, when I open the window here, there's a lot of options. Actually, it's opened already the options that I'm using. Why? Well, you can, for example, create your settings and save it. In my case, I have a settings for Jupiters. If I click on preview, okay, this is the original image, and here is the image that using my load profile Jupiter. Okay, but let's go through some options here. The offset, usually I use 1000. Again, 1.2. The gain is basically will show you the bright or not. For example, if I use one, just one, it's a little darker, you know. Let move it to 1.2. Okay, and here I got the noise reducer. For example, if I click here, okay, a lot of there's no noise, but okay, it's not sharpened. For example, let's use 15, 20, 10. Oh, 10 looks good. 5 good. 5 looks good. Or 10. Okay. The same here. I can change. Is basically the color. Okay. So, for example, I can use 0, 0, and okay, I just use the color, and I use it here, for example, 5. I'm not sure 5 or 10, what is the best one. Let me use 10. And here is the sharpen. Okay, so here it's I can, you know, go really crazy, but the idea is to go smoothly. Or 3 looks okay, 1 no, sharpen, 1.5, 3 no, 3 crazy. I guess 2, let me check 2 here. Yeah, 2 good. Okay, and the sharpening percent. Okay, here also you can use a lot of percents, but 15 no. No, crazy. Okay, 55. 55, it looks good. And let me see here. No much. Yeah, as I said, it's actually it's, you know, I think there's no silver bullet here. I mean, you have to make some tests. It's also what you like in terms of sharpening. Here looks good. If I click on preview, before and after, good. The next is the wavelets. The wavelets is basically the same than wavelets in RageStack. Again, I started using my previous settings. If I click here, I see without wavelets and with wavelets. The most important part here is this one, the wavelets here at the bottom. I can remove or I can go crazy. Don't worry about the color of the planet. It's a little green, orange, I don't know exactly. We'll fix that in the white balance. 15 looks good. Let me see here. 5. Oh no. When I work with planets, usually, of course, I look at the center of the planet, but I also like to look at the borders. The border is really, really important. So here, maybe H. Let's see H. Which looks 7. 6. Okay. Let's now fix the color of the planet using white balance. Just click on the white balance. It's, change the color. I can go more aggressive. Usually I like to run the alt white balance twice. The first one, open and go to alt balance again. Okay. And there's the brightness to avoid saturation. Okay, I can also change here. Sand looks good. Say 100 looks good. 110. Okay, looks good. And wow, it's good, huh? And the black and white points, to be honest, this is the feature that I most like, So basically we select the white color here, click on set white, and wow, it changed the image. Really, really good. I can also play with multiple times here. Let me select another part. Wow, great, huh? I can change here, but I don't know what is this option. Medium, okay. And finally, let's change a little bit about the saturation. Not go much crazy here. I can change the brightness of the planet as well. Let me see before and after. Usually, for example, this is one thing. RageStack, there is a saturation button, but usually I perform the saturation using Photoshop. However, in this video is just to show you open source and free tools. So I'm not going to use Photoshop. However, the color saturation for Astrosurface looks really good. Really, really, really good. Wow, looks okay. No. No, let me. Okay. before and after. Okay, good. Wow, really good. And finally, okay, there is another option, just high dynamic range. Here you can this is another great tool. It's just the adjustment in the border. Okay, so let's see, take a look at the border of the planet. Wow, it's not go crazy, of course, but for example here, preview. Okay, let me, okay, there is a color saturation over here. Oh no. What is this? Wow. Again, I need you to play a little more, but you know, it's really good. There's a lot of options, huh? Looks good, huh? Wow. I think it's done. So now basically just I can save. And let me see. This is the final image. Okay. Again, in my case, I go to Photoshop, make just a few adjustments, and also usually I rotate the image a little bit, you know. But really nice. Well, guys, this is the workflow, all the full process. Since you capture the image using FireCapture, sometimes I use SharpCap, but all the tools I usually use to process Planet. Again, I'm not a Planet specialist or even a DSO specialist. I've got a very simple telescope scope, but even though I'm able to, you know, got images, I mean, fantastic images like this one. I hope you enjoy. If you have another tips or use a different workflow, feel free to, you know, leave your comments below. Happy New Year for everyone and clear skies.